Hey y'all, it's Danny with Escape Power Sports. I wanted to spend a few minutes today to talk about why, when, where, and what tools we're going to need to grease the 16 fittings I found on this Gen 2 Can Am Renegade. This is going to be a pretty straightforward two-beer job, so let's get started. So as far as why to even go through the hassle of greasing these bikes in the first place, it's going to extend the bushing and U-joint life on these machines, and if it's going to lower the long-term cost of ownership for our clients, or in turn save y'all some cash on future maintenance for y'all watching at home, that's more than a good enough reason for me. So Can-Am suggests we grease these machines every 50 engine hours or 1,000 miles, but it definitely doesn't hurt to do it more often. And I like to grease these bikes after any wet rides, or when you hear the suspension starting to squeak, or after a good thorough cleaning like we did to this bike this week. And as far as tools go, it's a really short list. We'll need a bunch of shop towels, as this always gets messy, a grease gun, and I definitely suggest one with a flexible tip. I think I got this one off Amazon for like 20 bucks. And I've got it loaded with all-purpose marine grease as it's naturally water resistant, and we can also pick up some rubber gloves if you need them. Just make sure they match your purse. Going to the whiteboard here, let's start with the 8 grease points I found in the front of this bike. There are 2 for each of the A-arms. So you can see the 4 grease points on the driver's side A-arms we are going for here. Let's start with the 2 in the front. I find it helps to clean the fittings before attaching the grease gun. And if I see grease coming out of the gun at the fitting, I know it's not on all the way and it's time to wipe it up and try again. Now we can get the other back 2 grease points for these A-arms, and we actually need to come in with a grease gun from the other side of the bike. And these A-arms typically only need 1 to 4 pumps before you can see fresh grease coming out of the bushing. Definitely don't want to forget to get the same 4 fittings on the other side of the bike. Next, let's tackle the only slightly challenging grease points on this bike, the 2 U-joints. So as far as the 2 U-joints go, we got 2 of them, one right here back by the rear diff, and another one a little further up, closer to the transmission. So to access this U-joint up in the front by the transmission, there's a handy little hole in the skid plate here, and you can get right to it. And to get the nipple to line up with the hole, I did have to pull the bike up a little bit. And these U-joints typically take more pumps than other fittings before fresh grease makes its way out. And on this rear U-joint, I like to pull the bike up until the nipple is positioned to a point where we can access it from the side. So with the harder 10 grease points out of the way, all that's left are the 6 easy ones in the rear of the bike. And there's 3 on each side, consisting of number 1 on the sway bar bushing, and numbers 2 and 3 on the sway bar linkage support bracket thing. Let's start with the sway bar bushing. Then we'll get these 2 on the sway bar bracket support contraption. And same as the front, we definitely need to make sure we get the same 3 on the other side of the bike. So I really hope you found some of this information helpful. And if you did, do me a quick favor and give me a thumbs up so I know I'm on the right track here. And as always, if you have any thoughts or suggestions on how I can improve these videos or any comments on this topic in general, please leave a comment below. Y'all keep watching and commenting, and I'll keep trying to make better videos. And I'd also really like to thank the 100 or so guys who found this channel and subscribed. Y'all are the reason I'm really excited to get out there and keep these videos coming in 2019 and beyond. I'm Danny with Escape Power Sports. I want to thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see y'all on the trails.